Picture the scene. You've just saved up some money or gotten a loan approved. You're standing in front of a dealership and see two options: a shiny new car with a factory smell, or a temptingly priced used car. The question is universal: should you buy new or used? Today we'll take a closer look with clear examples and real-world data so you can make the best decision for your life and budget. Chapter 1. The charm of the new car. A new car has a magic quality. No one has driven it before. It's immaculate. It smells new. It comes with a full warranty and the latest technology. For example, think of the new hybrid and electric models that promise lower fuel consumption and greater connectivity. But here comes the first trap: depreciation. A new car loses between 20% and 30% of its value in the first year. That is, if you buy one for $30,000, it's worth about $24,000 when it leaves the dealership. Chapter 2. The appeal of the used car. A used car can cost half of what it cost new, but still run perfectly. For example, a 5-year-old car that used to cost $25,000 can now be found for $12,000, and often with fewer than 80,000 kilometers on the clock. Plus, when you buy used, someone else has already assumed the significant initial depreciation, but there are risks: possible hidden breakdowns, a shorter warranty, and higher maintenance costs. Chapter 3. Hidden costs that no one tells you about. Beyond the purchase price, you should consider insurance. New cars usually have more expensive insurance. Taxes and fees, fuel consumption, maintenance and spare parts. Real-life example: a new hybrid car may cost more upfront, but you'll save fuel for years. On the other hand, a used car may be cheap to buy but expensive if it needs frequent repairs. Chapter 4. The psychological factor. This is where emotion comes into play. Buying a new car gives you status, a sense of accomplishment, and security. But be careful. Sometimes we buy more out of pride than necessity. For example, do you really need a $35,000 car to commute to work for 10 minutes a day? Chapter 5. Life scenarios. Each person's case is different. If you're a student or just starting out, a cheap used car may be enough. If you have a family, you may value more security and reliability, which suggests a new car. If you use your car for work every day, reliability may justify a new one. Example: John, a father of 2, bought a cheap used car, but after 6 months the engine broke down and he ended up spending almost the same as if he had bought a new one. Chapter 6. Credit and financing. Here's the trick. Many people buy a new car because they're offered installment plans. But be careful. Interest can mean you end up paying $40,000 for a car that used to cost $30,000. On the other hand, a used car is often paid for in cash, avoiding debt. Chapter 7. The age of electricity. Today, the question also includes new electric or used combustion engine. New electric cars are getting cheaper every year due to competition and improved batteries. Buying a used electric car can be risky if the battery is already degraded. Example: a new Tesla comes with an 8-year battery warranty. But a 7-year-old used Tesla may need a battery replacement that costs almost as much as half the car. Chapter 8. Smart strategies. Buy used cars that are 1 to 3 years old, still under warranty with a significant price discount. Look for cars with a complete maintenance history. Evaluate the total cost of ownership, not just the initial price. Chapter 9. Motivating. Conclusion. The answer isn't absolute. A new car gives you peace of mind. A used car saves you money. The key is to ask yourself, what do you really need and how much can you afford without compromising your financial future? A car isn't an investment, it's a necessary expense. Choosing the right one can save you thousands of euros and a lot of stress. Chapter 10. The hidden value of insurance. Imagine you buy a new car. The insurance company knows that if you crash it as it leaves the dealership, they'll have to pay you as if it were brand new. That means more expensive insurance. However, with a used car, depreciation has already occurred, and the insurance reflects that lower value. An example, Marta pays €200 a year for her new car, while her brother pays €600 for the same model, but 3 years old. That difference in accumulated insurance can become the equivalent of another used car after 5 or 6 years. Chapter 11. Technology versus obsolescence. Today, many people are seduced by giant screens, voice assistants, and even massage seats. But think, are you really going to use all of that? Or will it be as outdated as your old smartphone in 3 years? Used cars often have enough technology for everyday use, Bluetooth, parking sensors, rear-view cameras, without costing you an exorbitant extra. Here's the dilemma. Do you want a car to show off your gadgets or to get from A to B on a budget? Chapter 12. The psychological cost of the first dent. We've all seen the scene. Someone gets a new car and parks it in 3 spots so no one scratches it. That fear of the first dent can become a daily torment. With a used car, the stress is reduced. You know there's already a dent and you won't lose thousands of euros because of a simple scratch. Sometimes, peace of mind is also a financial asset. Chapter 13. Smart maintenance. A new car usually comes with a warranty and official inspections, but beware, these inspections aren't free. In many cases, the first MOT and initial maintenance are more expensive because manufacturers are looking to recoup some of their profits. On the other hand, a used car has already passed several inspections and you can take it to your trusted garage without losing legal guarantees. Example, Javier spent €450 on his first official inspection of a new car, while his friend Pedro, with a similar used car, spent €120 on the same service at an independent garage. Chapter 14. The ecological factor. Every new car requires energy, materials, and emissions at the factory. Buying used can also be an eco-friendly choice. You extend the lifespan of an already manufactured product and reduce your carbon footprint. In European countries, the circular economy, giving things a second life instead of endless consumption, is even being rewarded. Chapter 15. The hidden financing plans. The dealer offers you affordable installments, but in exchange for hidden interest rates. A new car costing $25,000 can end up costing $30,000 or more if you finance it over 5 years. With a used car, however, many choose to pay for it in cash or with smaller loans, which reduces the risk of going into debt. Here's the dilemma. Do you want to show off today and pay more tomorrow, or wait a bit and drive safely? Capítulo 16. El valor de reventa. New cars lose value when they leave the dealership, between 15% and 20% in the first year. With a used car, that significant drop has already occurred. If you buy a 3-year-old car and sell it at 6, the depreciation is much smoother. Example. Laura bought a new car for €20,000 and sold it 3 years later for €12,000. Her cousin, who bought it used for €12,000, resold it for €9,000. Who lost more? Chapter 17. Electric car, new or used. The electric car market presents another dilemma. Batteries degrade over the years, and replacing them is expensive. A new electric car offers a battery warranty, but it's more expensive. A used car may be attractive, but it comes with the risk of the battery losing 20% of its capacity. Here's the math. Does the initial savings justify a shorter range in a few years? Chapter 18. Status versus practicality. Many people buy a new car not out of necessity, but out of status. They want to be seen with a brand new license plate. But the question is it worth mortgaging your finances for the opinion of others? A well-maintained used car can give you the same freedom without emptying your wallet. The status lasts a couple of months, but the debt can last for years. Chapter 19. Hybrid strategies. And here comes the masterstroke. Not everything is black and white. Some choose to buy brand new or pre-owned cars, those that have already been to the dealership as demos or are less than a year old. You pay much less than a new one, but you enjoy a warranty and almost all the benefits. It's like having the best of both worlds. And so, we close with a clear message. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. Buying new or used depends on your budget, your lifestyle, and your priorities. But now, with all these tools, you can decide with a cool head and without getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.